Gemini, I'm here to give you a full moon fever wild card read straight from the hip with lots of lip. And we're looking at the time period between now and the next full moon on the 24th of February in the sign of Virgo. We're just getting a little feel for the lay of the land and the energies that will be introducing themselves, because anytime we do a read, there can be sort of like some time for things to play out, but usually the themes that come in, they'll introduce themselves, and the time period sort of indicated whatever shows up, I found. But the full playing out of the story usually takes place over a 6-month period of time. So I think I don't normally say that when I drop in for a read. So there's something about the next 6 months are very significant for you, Gemini. Okay, this is for any strong Gemini placement. Also, if you have third house prominent placement, or if you're a Sagittarius rising, that makes you a Gemini descendant. Let's just dive right into it. I felt very compelled to pull out the Kipper deck for you. So I feel like you're needing things to be just real upfront, above board. There's something here you're really stressed out about. It has something to do with potentially losing a job, or you're dealing with somebody who might have just recently lost their job. This is a big stress, a big strain. Let's get some more information about this. Okay, money's a concern right now. How to keep the business open might be a concern right now for some of you who are small independent business owners, right? There's something here about being very worried about financial security at this time. It could be in relation to a job loss or just a decrease in clients for those of you who are independent contractors or you've got a small business. Show me some more details about this for Gemini. What does Gemini need to know about this? Or you're dealing with somebody who's in this position and it's very, very much on your mind, okay? There's a lot of stress around this, okay? It might have created more of a financial burden. Somebody might be actually really trying to apply for positions too, or they went after a particular career opportunity. They really had their heart set on it and fell through. There's something here related to a job or career where there was some kind of loss that was unanticipated. And it's creating some kind of despair, some kind of stress. And it's really taking time for something to come out here. Come on now, Spirit, what's going on? You told me to pick up this deck for Gemini. I'm not allowed to stop until the right card comes out, apparently. So you're maybe, in this position where you're really trying to find a solution. You're looking for answers. You're putting out a lot of resumes. You're trying to help this person apply for different programs to get like financial aid or funding. Or you're being encouraging to somebody who's struggling with this, is dealing with a lot of loss in their career. Ooh, it might be throwing this person into a depression. Oh my goodness, yes. So we have poverty, okay, in reverse. So I take this as a good sign because, first of all, yes, there's been some kind of reversal in relation to financial loss that could have had something to do with, again, in reverse, a false person, all right? This has come to light. This could be either, a couple that maybe was manipulated by another, person, a third energy in the mix. This could have been a secret lover or a secret interest. I see that, because there's two people wearing masks here, okay? So there's something false in the mix here. This could be in relation to some kind of affair or stepping out on a relationship. There is a child here in reverse and a gift in reverse. This gives me the vibes of like a love child kind of energy that could be factoring into the situation. You might have dealt with this person during the holidays. They gave a gift, maybe gave a gift to your child, all right? Somebody that had, if you're a parent, somebody who had like, they kind of like, they moved sideways back there, right? This person is kind of like trying to make things right. They might feel very connected to your child. They may be a co-parent, okay? That's possible in this situation. there's some kind of gift. There's some kind of gift that was given. And it was like given as a way to like sort of like, you know, make things right with the child. But there's something here that feels very complicated because there's been lies in this situation. All right. Somebody was thrown in reversal because of loss, but I feel like there's something coming in to balance this out. There's reason here to have a little bit of suspicion because there is some deception in play here. Somebody is playing somebody false. They might use like a gift as a way to manipulate a situation, gifting your child specifically. All right. I could see this as being like a love child situation too. And maybe this is creating additional financial strain on a situation with that because it just flipped over and we got courthouse here. Okay. This could be like you're supposed to be due some child support or you owe some child support and it's in relation to a love child. This is affecting the finances. This needs to come through. This needs to be taken care of. Somebody's been trying to avoid it. You know, they might be trying to like, you know, and it's a situation where like a child is supposed to be a gift, right? You know, a child is supposed to be a gift, but somebody's using a child like a pawn in this situation. There's a child that's suffering in this situation too, and that's every reason to have despair. And this could be the reason why there's like a lot of stress about a loss of income, a loss of a job, a loss of hours, a loss of clients, because of how this child is being affected in this situation. And because there's some shady people in the mix. It could be a couple that are working somebody. It could be like a mistress on the side or something is causing complications. It doesn't have to be. This could be in business too. This could be a couple that you did business with and they pulled something shady. You know, you feel like you got swindled. It put you in the poorhouse, you know. There's a real concern about finances here, especially because there's a desire to make sure that you're caring for a child, all right? It's not even about you. For some of you, you're just really worried about your children being okay. For those of you who have adult children, this could be your child's child. This could be, you know, your grandchild, and you're really worried about a situation that's going on in a breakup they're having with the baby's mama or the baby's daddy, okay? And you're really concerned about this. This might have really come to a head during the holidays, okay? I feel like something happened during the holidays that was really stressful around this and very activating. Let me see if there's any more information here, and then we're going to pull out this other tarot deck. Anything else, Kipper? Anything else? Okay, I'm going to do a cover deck here on this. Let's see how this is developing. Okay, there's a mature man involved in this situation, and there's a main female here, all right? So these are the characters. There's a main female here. She's holding a rose, so this could be somebody that is a love interest, all right? There is a mature man here. The mature man is, they're both looking at each other, okay? This mature man with the number 5 coming in here could be in the process of going through some changes in their life. They want to come into alignment with somebody that they have romantic feelings for, all right? So these are some characters here, but there is definitely somebody's playing someone false here, all right? We do have a couple that's also, you know, might not be moving correctly. This might be a hidden relationship. And there's definitely something to be ironed out here in regard to a child, right? A child is really in the mainframe in this situation. If you don't have a child, but this story is resonating with you, it could be that somebody's really behaving like a child, okay? There's a certain immaturity level there. This person's known for throwing temper tantrums if they don't get their way. If that's the case, you maybe gave this person a gift during the holidays and they acted like a spoiled child about it. It wasn't good enough. It wasn't what they wanted. Okay. All right. They acted out like a child. That's what I got. All right. So let's get some more details with the tarot here. Bottom of the deck, there's the child again. All right. So I do feel like you've been dealing with some stressful issues around this, but with this horse energy here, things are going to be moving forward. You could be dealing with a Leo. The horse energy that I cued into there, you could be dealing with a Sagittarius. I do feel like there's some kind of stress that's being, you know, cast aside here. Whatever you're dealing with in this matter that you're really worried about, that's been sort of like a dark cloud over you. I feel like you're moving into a much lighter, brighter time. It's like the sun is just about to break through. In fact, during this lunar cycle, you will probably see a breakthrough because the sun is that Leo energy. All right. So the light's going to start to come in. Things are going to start to grow again. If you've been really worried about your finances, this is a card of success. All right. So don't try not to get too stressed out. I know it can be stressful when you're worried about your stability. It's a lot easier said than done, especially if you're concerned about the care of a child, but there's some kind of success here for you. You're moving into a happier time when things are going to start to get a lot easier, right? So finances will free up. And when you've been out there putting in a lot of resumes, there's something that's going to come through. Your clientele will pick back up. You know, it could just be that things slowed down during the holidays because other people were really stressed about finances too. People have been dealing with some setbacks, okay? But I do feel like your clients are going to start to pick up again. So if you've been experiencing some kind of work or career role, look for that to turn around, all right? And when you're having any kind of legal negotiations around financial settlements that involve a child, okay, it's going to work out. There's a successful outcome here, all right? So this energy is going to turn around, but I feel like it really reached a stressful point around the holidays. Around Christmas time is probably a difficult time. You might have had to interact with this person, and you're like, meanwhile, you're kind of in negotiations with each other. It's an uncomfortable situation, and yet, you know, you kind of pulled it together for the sake of the family. All right. What does Gemini need to know here? Judgment. Boom. Okay, so judgment in your favor in this situation. Things will work out. This is an old matter. All right. And something is coming back around here. Something is being resolved. It has its roots in the past. It is a positive judgment. Could be dealing with a Libra in this situation. Judgment is a Libra card. All right. Let's see what's coming in here. Give some guidance here. What is happening here? There's could be potentially reunion energy with a Libra. Libra coming back around. All right. Something getting ironed out. Maybe there was some kind of like false person that came in the mix that created some kind of separation in this situation, some kind of problems in this situation. Maybe people were behaving like children in this situation. And there's getting to the other side of it, all right? Something's being worked out here. We got, and there we go. We got another, here you are, Gemini. This is Gemini energy, but this is also a big Libra indicator. I do feel like you're dealing with matters that involve the house of Libra as well. So relationships at the main frame here, love relationships, committed relationships. We do see that. I mean, mature man, main female here. There's also the piece of marriage, okay? That comes into play as well when we're looking at the house of Libra, as is the house of open enemies. So this could definitely be like, you know, a third party in the mix with that love child piece that came in here. I think you're wanting some answers. You're wanting some answers from this Page of Wands. Do you notice the Page of Wands is not forthcoming with answers though? Page of Wands, quintessential Sagittarius card. If you're a Sagittarius rising, you're a Gemini descendant, and this might be speaking very strongly to you. You could be dealing with a Sagittarius that you haven't heard from. Maybe you even sent them some papers. You could have sent them some kind of legal papers. At the very least, you're looking for some kind of truth here. This person has got their back turned. They're looking in another direction, right? You may suspect they're communicating with somebody else. You have questions about this. This person is not in communication right now, or they're not communicating about what you want to know about. All right, so let's get some more details about this. What is this that is needing to be communicated here? What is this? Is Gemini going to get word from this individual that they need these answers from, or moving forward in this situation? There's some kind of blockage here, okay? Somebody is blocking energy here. All right, you're wanting answers, but there's something that's blocked here. What's on the bottom of the deck? King of Wands. You're definitely dealing with the fire sign energy. We've had some pretty strong Indications of both Leo and Sagittarius on the board. Could be in Aries as well. What's behind this? Ooh, yeah, we got King of Swords. We also got strong Libra energy on the board as well. So these could be two characters. This person could also have a strong Aquarius placement in their chart. This could be an X. This could be somebody that is making some decisive choices that you don't necessarily agree with, I feel. They're wanting to head in a direction that I feel like you're not digging where this person wants to go. I say that, okay, because it's coming in with the Devil to the Ace of Pentacles to the Chariot. Cancer energy could be involved in this situation as well. All right, there is a moving forward here. Somebody is wanting to make an investment in a direction, and they're keeping you in the dark about it. 10 of Wands. They're putting you in a place of burden. And maybe you're really stressed out about this because you don't understand where the money's going. That's what I just heard. Where's the money going? You feel like you're carrying a lot of weight. You want to know where the money's going. Look at what, oh my gosh, right behind that, Justice. Justice, Judgment and Justice, both Libra cards. Oh, this person's giving it too. That's why. That's where the money's going. See how tarot comes on through with this? All right. This person is doling out to two. That's what's going on. There's some kind of balance that needs to happen here. Yep. This person is making romantic investments in a different direction. You've been through the ringer with this person. Do you see this? The romantic advancements are heading in another direction. There's something that was walked away from here with the 8 of Cups. Somebody walked away in another direction. They wanted to invest in another direction. I also feel like you invested in something, Gemini, and maybe you might be in this stage where you're sort of like just needing some time to yourself, almost like in hermit mode, where you're trying to really feel out what's going on in your heart or what the right step is for you. It's got kind of like spiritual quest sort of vibes to me, trying to get centered. You might be spending a lot of time near a body of water. You might be doing a lot of hiking. You might be doing a lot of rock climbing. You know, I'm noticing nature here. I'm noticing the staff. It makes me think like you're walking it out, like you're walking it out. You're trying to get in touch with what you're feeling. I think you've been through a lot. You've been through a real battle here with the 9 of Wands. You've been fending off one thing after another. You're tired, boss. I think you're tired of dealing with a particular person who's really been pulling your heartstrings, and you've been dealing with a lot of the load. You've been trying to carry this load all your own. This person may have put you in a position where you always feel on guard. Maybe they always put you in a position where you felt like you had to defend yourself for some reason, or just what's going to come at me next. You could be dealing with an Emperor energy as well, a shady Emperor here. Look at this. We got the Emperor coming in with the 7 of Swords. So you could be dealing with a Taurus. You could be dealing with a Aries. All right. Somebody's making an advancement in a different direction. All right. This person, this is what you're on guard for. You might even be bracing yourself here. You're like wondering, like, I know it's going to come out. It's like you can feel it. You feel it. There's something going on here and it doesn't feel right to you. If you've been feeling like somebody's sneaking around or doing something sneaky, and especially around money, okay, because the Emperor also represents institutions. It represents like corporations, institutions, you know, authority figures, people in positions of power. If you feel like somebody is corrupting their power, you know, that they're misusing their power, that they're doing something sneaky, that they're doing something that you don't know about and it's affecting the finances, yes. Yep. Yep. It's pretty clear. It's pretty clear. You feel it. I think you feel it. Like you feel it. You already pick it up. Cut the deck energy. Something about this is coming to light. I see a successful outcome. All right. It looks like successful outcome in your favor. What's due you will come through. I think you'll get some real illumination with this by the end of February. Yeah, and there's something that's being worked out here, and it will be a happy outcome for you. All right. Maybe somebody finally irons out the money piece. Okay, the money that was due comes through. There's definitely a work angle here, and the need to work something out, something solid, and something that can really get things moving forward. But there's a cord here with a relationship. All right, and there is celebration here. All right, there is celebration here, and there is 9 of Cups, fulfillment. All right. So I do feel like something's being worked out here. Something's being ironed out here. And it could be that, somebody finally gets that financial settlement. Somebody finally works things out of the job. There's something that's related to the finances that does come through where something really shady was going on, okay? It was foul. It was foul. And this may be like the aftermath of dealing with a situation where somebody stepped out, somebody had an affair, there's a love child, there was some complicating element in the mix, or somebody was, doing something they shouldn't have been doing at work, or, stealing money, or taking a little bit off the top, or doing something that, was putting you all in some kind of legal bind, or somebody wasn't paying their child support. It's got all these different kind of elements involved. It's going to be a different story for everybody because it's not a personal read. And I really try to speak to all the messages that come in. I think it's important that people get what they need out of this. I'm noticing on my Oracle card deck, there's one card that's just a little bit askew here on the top. I don't know if you can see it. It's here. So I'm going to pick this card up because I feel like it's got a special message for you just to kind of tie this up. I do feel like whatever you've been dealing with, there's a successful outcome. And it was 22:22 on the clock when I said that. So it could be there's a successful outcome between 2 couples. I could see this could also be a piece of like maybe you're in a relationship, okay? And this person that you're in relationship with, they have something to straighten out in an old relationship. Could be somebody they were married to before, or they have a child with, or you do, vice versa. And this was kind of like really difficult to iron this out or work this out, but there's some kind of agreement being reached, and it does affect the finances. There's finances and there's like a child piece involved here, but I do feel like you're getting to the other side of it. You'll be satisfied with the way it gets worked out. It feels fair to you. It feels right. There is like healing here. There's resolution here. I definitely see that. Looks good. It says in the world, not of the world. Okay, yeah. And I do feel, again, I feel like you're really going through this process of spiritual growth. And I feel like you'll start to really experience some kind of release, some kind of light coming into your life. I think even just like a clearer sense of direction about your next steps, because I feel like what you've been dealing with here has been really heavy, and there's been a lot for you to integrate in this situation. But there's something about when you go out and you're out in nature, maybe you really enjoy fishing, okay? Maybe you like to go on fishing trips. There's something about this, like when you have this opportunity to get away from it and just get in nature, go out in the woods, go fishing, spend time at the river, make contact with the elements. This is when all the guidance comes in for you. This is when you really have an opportunity to see things more clearly. And I do feel like you connecting with the land at this time is very healing and stabilizing for you. So I would say, while these matters are ironing out, it looks like work is going to get straightened out. Those clients are going to be renewed. Things will pick up. There's new agreements that are being made. Things are starting to free up. There is an outcome here that will have you celebrate. You'll feel like it's fair. It feels fulfilling to you. There will be balance restored in this situation. But I feel like in the meantime, it's so important for you just to get through this cycle, because I feel like you got a little bit of bumps to overcome in this time period, all right? I do think this is something that's at the forefront for you, or will be really coming into view. remember to make contact with nature, because it's there that like your spiritual guidance will come through. It's there when you're really going to feel held moving through this process, and where you'll also just be able to like release all the old energy from what you've been through, because you may be in the world, but you're not of the world. There's something that is awakening in you, and where you don't know what direction to go at this time, I feel like a new direction is going to come forward, and it's really going to work for you. And it sets you free in some way. And it definitely connects you to like your soul and maybe a calling that if you wouldn't have had a challenge financially, if you wouldn't have had some kind of loss financially, if you wouldn't have had this experience, you wouldn't have arrived at this. But this is actually something that's like coming through as a new inspiration for a new way forward for you. And there might even be a career piece coming in with it that has yet to reveal itself. Stay tuned.